Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel Kingsdown Roots. My name is Matt Ridout, R-I-D-O-U-T, and today I'm going to be talking about the Yeezy 700 V3 Azaels. And as you can tell, I'm no longer in my kitchen in the UK, but I'm actually in Antigua in the Caribbean. So I have been trying to get my hands on the Azaels for a long time, or since they released, but wasn't actually successful in getting my hands on them. The numbers were very limited. They were only around 10,000 in the UK or EU, I believe. So in the end, I decided I would buy resale. I have a few trusted resellers on eBay, and I managed to get my hands on a pair for about £450, which is more than double the actual retail price, but in reality, I think this is going to be a good investment as a sneaker. So I went through this whole process of filming this video with my normal camera, which is a Canon, and decided that the lighting was bad, the wind was too noisy, and generally the video quality wasn't good enough. So I decided to take my handheld new Sony and go on a bit of an adventure around the accommodation in the grounds and talk about these shoes, which you can see here are very, very nice looking. Obviously this over here is less good looking. I've picked a really poor spot actually, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to try and find a little quiet corner here in the resort somewhere, find a nice bit of shade if I can, and actually start talking about these sneakers. First thing I would say about these sneakers, they're very different, as you'd expect with any Yeezy, and we're not disappointed with this V3 Azael. They're very unusual. They almost look like they've got a rib cage over the top of the shoe, which is made of a material that glows in the dark actually, so quite useful if you are unable to find your feet in the dark. So I've just left these out in the sun for about 2 minutes, and you can see what they look like when they glow in the dark. This isn't really even pitch black either, so actually the design really does sort of stand out, doesn't it? The name Azael is actually Hebrew, and it means made of God, or made in God, I think. Made of God. So yeah, quite an unusual name, but I think pretty cool as well. So I think I've found a spot for putting the camera down. Let's see. Promising. So I'm going to stop talking about this shoe and I'm going to start putting it on and giving you guys a couple of different looks and styles of me actually wearing this. I'm also going to go around the grounds and give you guys a bit of a look at some of the scenery we have here, and also show you these in a bit more detail. Okay, so I have tried them on. I've walked around the grounds of the accommodation wearing the Azaels for about 20-25 minutes, and from a comfort and fit perspective, first of all comfort, I would say these are not as comfortable as any of the other 700s, certainly not the 350s or 380s. The one thing to say is around the top of the sneaker, around the ankle, the tongue stroke ankle support is quite tight, and it is quite difficult to get your foot in the shoe. I did feel that maybe it's a bit too tight, which leads me into the sizing of the shoe. I've gone for a half a size bigger. So I am a UK 9 in Nike sizes. I am usually a 9.5 in Adidas, but I've gone for a size 10 of these Azaels, and that was based off a number of other reviews that I looked at, and I wouldn't go for anything smaller. So I would really recommend, if you are going to get a pair of these, that you go for at least a half a size bigger. If you like a more relaxed and comfortable fit, then go for a full size bigger if you can. The material on the sides that I talked about, the kind of civvy netted material, that's really nice. That gives a bit of ventilation to the foot, so that's a good addition. But the main problem I have with this is the actual arch of the shoe in the midsole. That is quite large, it's quite big, it's almost sort of reminiscent slightly of the LVs that have that big arch that break people's feet. Not quite as bad obviously, but you really can feel this when you walk, and that maybe that's just me because of my feet. I do have quite arched feet anyway, so I could actually feel the side of this plastic going in the bottom of my foot quite a lot when I was walking. So maybe that's just me, maybe it's not, I don't know. Bit disappointed with that. But in terms of look, this sneaker is just, there's nothing else like it, is there? This is just something absolutely incredible. You know, it stands out. I think even when I've been talking about this and wearing this around the complex here, people have been looking at it, not always in a good way, but they've been looking at the shoe, and it really does stand out. So it is really a worthy investment, I think. So overall, I've got to say that I really like the sneaker. The Yeezy 700 V3 Azael is a very strong entry into the sneaker market, just at the end of 2019, so potentially sneaker of the year. In terms of look, in terms of comfort, this is definitely mid-range. This is not something that's going to compete with the Yeezy 350 or 380 or even the 700 V1s or V2s, but it's still a very nice, comfortable sneaker nonetheless. I know that there are lots of other sneakers coming in the future for 2020. I believe there is an all-black version of this Yeezy 700 V3 coming. Hopefully you've enjoyed my video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this different style of video content. I would love to hear what you guys think, so please drop me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. You can also subscribe to my channel down below or follow me on Instagram up here. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Anyway, thank you so much guys. Take care. Bye-bye.